What's going on YouTube? I am starting another channel after watching my guy uh, over Overstay Roads over in the Philippines. He's always dissing um, um, Anthony Bourdain, and he's always dissing Gordon Ramsay. So he definitely disses Gordon Ramsay. He used to diss Anthony Bourdain, whatever, what have you. But peace out to Anthony Bourdain, God rest his soul. But definitely Gordon Ramsay. He just on Gordon Ramsay all day. So he inspired me to want to start a show. I watched some of the things he cooked, and his ratings just boom. I thought maybe, hey, I can give it a try, and maybe my ratings will boom. So listen, the channel is called Cooking Four, the number four, and then you're spelling out one, ONE. And the Gmail is cookin, COOKIN, the number four, and then you're spelling out one at gmail.com. So let's go back. Gmail will be COOKIN 41, spell it out, ONE at gmail.com, and the channel is called Cooking Four, the number four, and one, spell it out, ONE. All right, so today I'm just going to throw on something real simple. I've been on a no carb. I dropped like 35 pounds, and I'm still trimming down, trying to get this thing down like I used to be when I was doing my modeling and television, actor model, all that good stuff, down in Miami and California. So it's working well for me. I was overdosed on prednisone by a company that my attorney sued in California, won the case. It's a pharmaceutical company. They wrote the prescription wrong, and it caused me to gain at least 60, about 66 pounds. And I'm just dropping all that stuff down. So you see me slimming, and that's what I'm doing for myself. And I just want to show you some of the things that I cook that could still be delicious without carbs. So with this dish, I'm just going to slap together. It's going to be plentiful, but I will make a salad on the side, and I try to do things to keep my appetite up and not have to eat boring foods. So we're going to jump right into it. We got Betsy over here filming. She's doing all the filming. I'm new to this, so just bear with me. If I get quiet, shout out and let me know. All right, so here we go. I'm going to slice up a tomato. Get this jumping right here. I already put oil in. You can use olive oil if you want to show them this right here. Just a little bit. You don't want much oil. Okay, put your heat on low because you're going to drop in a few things. One of the things you can drop in is garlic. All right, and I'm not going to use garlic this time, but I want to show you the garlic that I get. I get garlic. I get it from Sam's. It's already peeled. It's some good stuff. And I can just throw some of it up in there. Matter of fact, I'll do a couple for you, show you how I do it, all right? First things first, I've already washed my hands. I'm going to show you that I wash my hands each and every time that I cook, all right? So, and people tell me they like my cooking, so me personally, it's food. Whether I like it or not, it's food. It's what I have to eat, all right? And sometimes I cook depending on how I feel. So I'm in the mood for something, not in the mood for something, blase. All right, so I'm gonna throw this garlic in, a couple of ears of garlic, like this. So start with one, test your grease, turn it down. You do not wanna throw a whole bunch of something in hot grease and then have it blowing all over the place. So I'll just take a handful, throw them in like this, like that. And there you go, okay? And you have to turn that fire down. You do not want to overcook things too fast. The burning smell is just outrageous. All right, as you can see, you can look at my fridge. I try to stay healthy. I cut down on a lot of the junks. I have all of my juices here. All my juices down here. And I have the rest of them back here. I have more juices. They came out with this new thing you can purchase, the celery. This is celery. This is good to drink also. So you got to go pick this up. Go to your Sam's or your Whole Foods and pick that up. I have a couple of them. I also have a big thing of chai. That's from Sam's. You turn this fire down since I'm showing you some things real quick. Okay, that's another one I'm on right now. And I'm more so on healthy juices, natural stuff. And then you have these. You got your V8s. Okay. And you have all of these right here. And this is a good one here. This is kale. This has your kale, your collard greens, your kale, your cucumber, your celery, and your apples. All right, that's another one. All right, so let's jump right into back over here. Let's get this stirred up a little bit. You hear it pop, pop. Put that on it just to hold it tight. Put these back up in there somewhere. Where they were, right there. Okay. Next, I pre-cut and chopped these onions yesterday. So these are already pre-cut in a sandwich bag. You're just going to chop some onions, throw it right on in, just like this. Can you see in the pot? You see down in the pot? Really? Okay. And you're going to stir this up. Looking good, smelling good. Fire is low. Right now I have the fire on about 2.5. So we're going real low. We're slimming, as I call it, we're slimming slow. All right, another thing I like to do is chop up tomato. Throw a tomato in there. Gives it a nice flavor. Tomatoes are healthy. Put a little juice in there. And you chop them up real good. And you don't have to chop them up thin. You don't have to chop them up thick. With the corners of my tomatoes, the ends, I always do it like this and get it close to the core. And then I throw that core away. Okay, that's a real easy way to do it. Now, you see how I sliced that? It's a pretty good slice on there. Come back, cut it through the middle twice, just like that. That's what I do. All right, and you slide that right on in there. This is where your liquids are going in at. Now to start to break down, liquefy, and all that good stuff. And that puts a nice flavor in there, believe it or not. It's better than using tomato sauce if you don't want to use that. The next thing I'm going to chop up, you can almost call this a 30-minute dish, honestly. And if you have family, expecting some company over, whatever, you can throw this on. Next thing is get yourself some sausage. You don't have to do it, but it's good to throw it in there. Like I said, I'm on high protein right now. I cannot eat carbs, so I'm using all the meats I could use. Slice it in half, give it a little rinse, okay? And put your chop in. You can do them this way, or you could cut them down the middle and then you could chop it. So I'll show you both ways. I always cut that curve off. Go straight down the middle, just like that. Get yourself a nice sharpener. I just purchased one off Amazon. Okay, I'll show you that later. Small little handheld. And watch your fingers, and you're going to chop it up like that. The next ones I'll make big round ones. Okay, I'll show you. But you get it like this, get it all chopped up. Watch those fingers, slide that over, and you get it chopping. Right now, I'm going to stir this up in a second because my garlic is starting to break down and my tomatoes are starting to caramelize a little bit. Okay, so let's stir this up over here. And that's what that's going to look like right there. You can see that. That's beautiful. All right. It's a nice little dish. It smells really, really, really good when everything comes together. All right, so we're going to get that in there. Let that break down for a minute. It's starting to brown. Okay. If you want to look down in there, let me see that. And once these ears of garlic starts to really get the heat in them, you just push down on them and they just break down so easily. You can just push down on them and they just bust like a potato. Nice and soft. Go throughout the entire dish. Here's a nice color right here. That's what you want right there. It's a beautiful color. Beautiful color. Now, Overstay Roads. How am I doing so far? You my guy. You my guy. Betsy's Filipino. You're my guy. How am I doing so far? All right, so let me get the sausage up in there. So we want to take our sausage. Remember, I washed my hands. Throw that sausage up in there. And let me get this one. This one I'm just going to make whole. It's just Betsy and I today, so I'll go ahead and break this down. And call this dish whatever you want to call it. You know, just name it whatever you want to name it. Anything you cook, be proud of yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Someone doesn't like it, they don't have to eat it. I'm sure there's a local McDonald's. It's the thought that counts. With anything you do in life for someone else or for others, it's the thought that counts. All right, so here we go with this. Now, I can turn it up a little bit. If you look at that, that looks really, really, really good. Really good. You can actually see the tomato starting to break down. That's beautiful. And it tastes very good with that. Then I'll take this out and I'll add the shrimp to the pot and then bring this back into the shrimp. So once this breaks down a little bit more, excuse me, once this breaks down a little bit more, I'll take it out and then add the shrimp to the pot and let the shrimp start to get red and process itself. And then I'll introduce this back into the pot, okay? I don't want to mix raw and cook together like that. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to take it, show them this over here. Starting to look good. Everything's starting to caramelize. Make it over here. Finish up these. Can they see this right here while I'm chopping? You can see how I'm chopping it. It's just like that. Very sharp knife. I sharpen all my knives. At the end of the video, I'll show you what I purchased. Nice little sharpener to sharpen my knives. And you can actually eat this like this. This, even if you add spaghetti sauce to this, a nice classico or some type of spaghetti sauce to this, this goes good on your spaghetti dish. I do that sometime. So excuse the lighting went out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this cook up. Looks like I'm on 13 minutes right now. I'm on 13 minutes right now. So we're gonna let this go ahead and cook up. I'm gonna take it out of the pot. I'm gonna start the shrimp, and then we should be done. I'll show you how I plate it, and we good to go. I think I need to charge up the battery a little bit. Is that it? Is that what it is? Okay. Well, the light went out for some reason. So Betsy's gonna redo the light, and we'll catch you on the next shot. All right, people, we're back. Family, my YouTube family, we are back. We are back. Had a little glitch. Now the light is working on the phone. So I'm going to try to hurry this up. We've been out all day long. And it's been very busy, but productive. A very good day. We left off where I'm going to take everything out of here. If you look at it, it broke down nicely now. So we are good right there. Okay. Smells absolutely delicious. And again, you do not have to add seasoning to this. If you add salt, because of the sausage, it can get very salty. If you add anything to it with salt in it, it will get very salty. The beauty about this is your onions, your tomatoes, your ears of garlic are just going to burst, okay? And as you see, the tomatoes are going to make a nice little juice in there. for everything. So that's your seasoning right there, along with any juices or seasonings that come out of the meat itself when you're using sausage, okay? Unless it's a sausage that's not seasoned or doesn't come with the flavor. I've never seen it. Maybe it's out there. I don't know. I don't want to find it. But I will tell you, this is all you need right here, okay? So what we're going to do is take this out, and I'm going to start loading this into this container. You want to come over so you can see this? This is being loaded over here, and this will again be incorporated back into the pot later. I also watch a young lady that goes to Dollar Tree and cooks things. I can't remember her name, but yeah, it's amazing. And you have some people that you know, can only shop at Dollar Tree or fits their budget and go grocery shopping. Hats off to her, because to me, she's helping those help themselves that, you know, can only do that much for themselves by showing them different ways to cook those type of stored, you know, products, which is nothing wrong with that. So my hat's off to her. She's another one I watch at times, and my wife look at me like, okay, what are you watching? Your finger's about to go out. Like, all right, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil, just a tad. Okay. Now that's 1, 2, and 3 vegetable oil. I am allergic to peanuts, oil, any type of peanut product. My allergy just won't get it. I get a little bump right down the side of my face, a cyst. This is what I buy also in bulk from Sam's, olive oil. I cook with this. I'm just trying to get rid of that. That's been here. Another juice I purchase also is Welch's. And I also do cranberry juice as well. That's the Welch's down there. Okay. As you see, I keep everything clean. I'm a neat freak. I get the big thing of cranberry juice also with 5 calories. You'll see the number 5 on the front of the cranberry juice container. It has 5 calories per 8-ounce glass. It's a very, very good cranberry juice. You need to check that one out as well. All right, let me get this cranking. Now we're going in for the dogs. This is from Giant. I got a great, this is, how much was this bag? This bag was like $22, $25 bag. You know, it is what it is. I got it for a good price. I think it was a good price. You know, it's when you want to eat something delicious and it smells good. So they're already peeled and deveined. That's the vein down the back. Okay, some people eat shrimp and they see that long black thing running down the back. That's actually the vein of the shrimp. Okay, these have been deveined. Take this out, and I'm going to pour cold water in this to rinse them, and then throw them here in the fire. When I do that, I need to make sure that fire is down. For sure. Definitely make sure it's down, or you're going to have some hopping around going on in that pot with that grease. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, all right, fire's back up, fire in the hole. Okay, that's that right there. The shrimp is gone. And they're actually turning red already. They're starting to color already. That's a beautiful color right there. And they're just going to start going and going and going. And you just go ahead and get those cranking up. I'm going to take a little bit of water, pour it in there, just like this. A little bit of water, and let them do their thing. After that, I'll strain the water out. In the process, Betsy always joke on me about this, and I always say, you know, when you're cooking, clean up as you go along. It makes it so much easier. And I think a lot of you out there in YouTube land, really agree with me. I cannot stand clutter while I'm cooking. And as you see in this unit up here, instead of the house out in Maryland, this unit up here, it's way up in the high rise. I'm not going to mention where exactly I am, but it's a beautiful view overlooking a large park and everything else. And this is a very old building, but it's a very classic building. And everything is very small, and it's a place to come and relax and wind down. And when I come, I like to just cook, get away from everything, shut off the world, and get in my own little space. And the only world that I invite myself into is the YouTube land. I call it YouTube land, where I get to be me, be creative, try new things. I have another channel that you will see, and it's called, what is that other? Actor Model Media Group. It's called Actor Model Media Group, and it's little things around Washington, D.C. I just started this. I need to get some good equipment. I don't have the proper equipment. I always say, if anybody have any ideas or anybody want to help out or whatever you want to do, send me an email. Betsy will also put that in the link. She would also put Cash App in the link. Anything helps as far as knowledge, education, what to get, school me, whatever you want to call it. All right. Very, very, very grateful and humble to that. All right. So let me wash this up real quick. I'm going to get quiet for about 2 minutes. Just give me a second. And family, stop going to buy small bottles of dishwashing liquid. Just go to Sam's. This is like $9 or $12. This thing lasts me up to almost a year. This is my second bottle in a year and a half, and it lasts. It's thick. It's 4 times power. It cleans. It cuts grease. Any kind of detergent you want to get, but stop being cheap. Go ahead and spend the $9 buying little bottles. By the time you keep buying these watered down bottles of dish detergent and treating your kitchen like it's not important to you, or your dishes still dirty, you could have bought this, and this lasts. Okay, always. I love it. I even washed the tub out and the shower walls with it. I mean, I love it. All right, so give me a second. It does a great job. Scum everything. What you think, Bess? They're gonna go out and start getting that, huh? Yeah, it's a good investment. That's done. Turn that knife upside down when you're cleaning it. Stay away from that blade, the sharp part of the blade. All right, that's done. Okay. And this is the mixing spoon right here. Mixing spoon right there. Wash the sink out. Especially when you have seafood, you gotta wash that sink out. And wash it out, period. You better sit down and eat. You want to sit down and eat, and the only thing you need to wash is the pots and the plates that you use. Everything you cooked with is clean. All right, so Almost done, family. We will be plating soon. I wanted to keep this video as short as possible because of the memory that I have on this phone. These phones are not Apple phones and all that stuff. Again, I'm just now getting into the whole YouTube thing, and it's just a project for me. It's a good thing, and you are part of it. And thank you for being here today.